Hello, I'm Kyle James Lee, the majority owner of the AEGIS Alliance, and this is my first time revealing my face on YouTube officially. I recently released my face on social media for the first time. I've been anonymous for several years, and I know some old school Anons that have been around for a long time, and some of them kind of just disappeared or got arrested or turned sides or something happened, or they just faded away. I founded the AEGIS Alliance in 2014 when I came up with a concept for it. And AEGIS and the AEGIS Alliance stands for the Activist-Alliance for the Exposure of Government Intelligence and Secrets. And I formed it in a way that it wasn't making money in the name of anonymous, because it isn't anonymous. And it couldn't support politicians in the name of anonymous because it wasn't anonymous, and things like that, And we do not claim to be a leader of the Legion. The AEGIS Alliance has anonymous allies. We never claimed to be a leader of anonymous either. We just had anonymous allies. But the AEGIS website mainly stays out of biased politics. We don't really, publish articles about, one-sided politics really that much at all, because there's a lot of Anons who follow AEGIS, so we don't want to get too involved in politics, and we don't want to show support for a politician. There are hundreds of articles published on the AEGISalliance.com, and I've actually published most of them, and we report on things that aren't reported in the mainstream media. And I recently deleted some that were republished articles, but out of now 650 articles on the AEGIS website, only 3 have ever been fact-checked as false. One was because it was a purely satire article about Canada paying off their entire federal debt first day of legalizing marijuana nationwide. And there was even a disclaimer at the top that this is satire. It was just meant for comedic purposes. And the other article that got fact-checked was during the George Floyd riots. I published a viral article about pallets of bricks being left in the middle of riot and protest zones. And, because, all major cities, all these other major cities said that protesters had nothing to do with the pallets of bricks being left in those protest and riot zones. But because one major city said that protesters had something to do with it, my article was flagged, fact-checked as partly false. And Facebook punishes pages and groups for posting things like that. So, I actually had to delete that article from all these pages and groups that I posted it in. And in my own profile too, and because if there's too many fact-checked, I'm all for free speech, but if there's too many fact-checked articles that are proven to be false or partly false on pages and groups that you manage, even if somebody else posts a page in a group, if too many of them posts are fact-checked as false or partly false, then there's a chance that first, Facebook will restrict the organic reach of your pages and groups. They'll restrict how many people get to see the posts in those groups. And then after a while, they'll actually delete your page or your group and ban it. And if you try to take the same URL, the same link name again, you're not going to be able to do it. It's still stored in Facebook's system. It's never actually deleted. They keep a record of it, and they always have a backup. But it's not coming back unless you have some miraculous way with some kind of trademark or something. That's the only way it would come back. And the third article that got fact-checked is partly false on the AEGISalliance.com. Didn't ever actually get fact-checked, but other sources did, because I changed the title of the article in time before it actually got fact-checked. It was about a woman at a high school football game there for her son, and she was arrested. And I wrote at first I put she was arrested for not wearing a mask, But the fact checker said actually she was arrested for trespassing. But at the same time, the reason she was trespassing is because she wasn't wearing a mask. Now, personally, even if I didn't want to wear a mask, I'd still wear one just to avoid confrontations with people and businesses, and instead of having to try to prove some self-righteous almighty point, it's just better just to avoid the confrontation. And businesses have the right to refuse service for any reason, including for somebody not wearing a mask. So instead of just standing there and arguing with the business, about it, it's better just to wear a mask. Just avoid that confrontation altogether. I'm Kyle James Lee, the majority owner of the AEGIS Alliance. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, like, comment on, and share our videos. Until next time, thanks for watching.